Twitter discourse, really dumb Twitter discourse. Once again, do not respond to this person. Do not go after this person. This is fun. Do not tap the glass, okay? If you want me to look at weirdos saying like the most unhinged shit and document it and have fun with it, cannot tap the fucking glass, okay? No matter how much it agitates you, do not interact with these people, okay? Especially because I personally think this is creative writing. I love it. I've been thinking long and hard about how I could like turn this into content, this type of writing into content. When I was in the shower the other day, I had a shower thought about it where I was thinking about doing a segment on my broadcast or maybe even a fucking game show, like gamify this somehow by coming up with the most unhinged, like quote unquote woke takes that are just truly insane. How could we do it? One of the ideas I came up with was that time travel shows are inherently anti-POC because people of color would not be able to survive, and it's like white people shit for the most part because people of color were like, attacked back in the day, so time travel shows should be canceled. That's what I was thinking of. That's like a good one, I think, that you could, like, that's like, things like that. I sometimes want to come up with like the most unhinged, like cancellation campaign. You know what I mean? Actually true? No, it is. Of course it's true. I know it's true, but like that doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like that's just like rad lib shit, but anyway. Okay. Hating, disliking children is a form of ableism. That's what Parenting Decolonized said. So many of the reasons adults dislike kids are things they can't control because of their bodies and brains. They're new humans learning how to navigate the world, and instead of understanding, they get disdain. People showing up to be like, fuck them kids, give the same energy as racist to me. Weird to flex your bigotry so openly, and that shows you how normal it is for people to hate the most marginalized group of people amongst us. This literally is like, once again, another reason why anarchists should never have children. Okay? Anarchists should not be allowed to have children. This is a classic unhinged anarchitty take, okay, on twitter.com. It's literally the same energy as like parenting reinforces unjustifiable hierarchies on children. Parenting reinforces unjustifiable hierarchies on children, and it's a matter, it basically recreates a microcosm of the state apparatus, which is why we want to abolish it, which is why I allow my kid to literally touch open flames all the time and never wear clothes and never take a shower. Bedtime is oppression. No more bedtime for children. I see your perspective of my dislike of children is mostly driven by the impact on my disabilities. I know it's not their fault, but their proximity can cause severe discomfort, pain, and even... Oh, dude, this is also great because someone outwoke them. They outflanked them from the left. It's not their fault, but their proximity can cause severe discomfort, pain, and even risk life-threatening infections. So yeah, I've developed a dislike for being near. Understandable. Not wanting to be around them and not liking them for just existing isn't the same, in my opinion. I mean, this is just like... This is awesome. You're just like, Twitter is a place where like, mental illness runs wild and creates beautiful content. And I think, not to get all fucking Foucault on your asses, but I think that we should allow that to happen. I like to look at not medicalizing mental illness, but instead seeing it as a fascinating phenomena. It means that someone has a colorful personality. You know what I mean? And I just wish other people could see it in the same way. Like the Village Idiot. This makes me hate kids even more than I did in the first place. The brain mazes Twitter leftists have to go through. Respect. I just thought of a good one that I could see someone saying having a favorite color is actually ableist because some people are colorblind and can't enjoy the colors of the rainbow. That's a good one. The LGBT flag is actually ableist. Because someone who is colorblind would not be able to see some of the colors depending on how colorblind they are. Oh, that's good. See? It's awesome. That shit is great. I want to dedicate an entire fucking account to just like writing unhinged shit like that. Literally just to feel superior, not productive in the slightest. Yeah. What if a gay person is colorblind? That's what I'm saying. Gum Trick found one already? Wait, what? There's no way you disagree with that sentiment that children are more unprotected than adults in America. Are you guys serious? Children are wildly unprotected and at the mercy of adults who take out their frustrations with the world and other adults and their own oppression out on them. And the few systems we do have in place to protect them are completely useless, often handing children back over to harmful adults and protecting the people who hurt them and blaming the kids. It's insane. Family vlogging is a good example. Dude, like literally everything you said is true. But like, what's wrong with you? Like, no one in here is being like, no, we should harm children. Like, you are fighting against demons that don't exist. You're shadow boxing. Do you understand? That's the problem. A lot of people just like want to, you know what this is? I like to call this the off-roading paradigm, okay? Now, I'm not very familiar with off-roading, but I'm going to tell you a story. My brother loves off-roading, Murat. You guys know him. Friend of the show. Okay? And one time he took me off-roading. And at first I thought, because my brain is so like weirdly wired, I guess, I was like, there has to be a goal, right? In off-roading. Like you have to get to a certain point, right? Maybe there's like a beautiful scenery at the end of it. And what I found out about off-roading blew my fucking mind. Off-roading is about getting stuck so you can get unstuck. It's actually about the journey and problem solving or problem creating so you can solve said problems rather than actually going to a place that you could not actually go to with normal vehicles. I, like every normal person, thought that's what off-roading is, right? You go to a place where you normally can't go with a normal vehicle. No. That's like, if you go there successfully, that means you didn't even have the fun, because the fun is getting stuck in something and then trying to get unstuck. Okay? My mom does this with all the furniture she buys for my fucking house. She loves activity. She loves stimulation. So she will constantly find new issues in the house, okay, and be like, oh, well, you need to make a garden for your front yard. I'm like, no, we're fine. We don't need to do that. And she's like, well, God damn it. You know, I bought all this mulch and I bought all these plants. Like, now we have to make a garden. I'm like, but you bought that. You didn't need to make this problem for yourself. And now you're like stressing over it. And I realize it's just like, it's a sequence of problem creating so you can solve it, so you can feel better about it. And I think a lot of these Twitter leftists and a lot of people in general on Twitter especially, and like people like this, like to create or imagine new problems, okay? Like minor ones, and make them gigantic, okay? Make them gigantic issues that need to be tackled, and make like these, you know, moralistic, grandiose statements about how, like, you know, we need to abolish the unjustifiable structures within parenting. And they do it for fun. And if they're doing it for fun, then I'm all for it. Because I will look at it, I will enjoy it. I think that that's great creative writing. I'm a fan of that, okay? I'm fond of that. I think that writing is, like, usually very shit overall, but this is, like, funny and good, and it gives me joy to read such unhinged, wild takes. Okay? But don't treat it as anything different than a fucking kid playing with a fidget spinner, or a kid learning how to solve a Rubik's Cube, or someone, you know, making their favorite Lego toys. Okay? Because it's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. It is no different. But we are not conditioned into understanding it, especially on the left, because like we have to look at these kinds of sentiments as though they are super correct, and like there's a slant on here that I need to abide by, especially if someone, oh my God, if they slap on some emancipatory language onto it, oh Lord, I'm done. There's no way I'm not taking this seriously. There's no fucking way, especially if they use terms like ableism, okay? Marginalization, like things that you would normally associate with an empathetic, empathy-centered social justice movement. You fucking put that in there, decolonization, words like that. You slap that on, you're gonna get at least 10,000 fucking likes on your tweet, okay? If you use those buzzwords, okay, people are gonna be like, oh, this is standpoint theory. Oh, this is doing a bodies and spaces. This is doing this. This is doing that. Okay? And they're going to be like, yeah, I think that there is some truth to it. And oftentimes there is some truth to it. Okay? What is this?
But Mother, I don't want to do laundry. You wouldn't get it because you're old. No, I don't stink. Seriously, I showered last week. This is my most epic shirt. No washi. Mother, what's your favorite planet? Mine's Uranus.
I mean, to be fair, put a finger down every time she mimics autistic traits to be funny, making inappropriate jokes without realizing. First of all, I'm all in favor of making sure that this person no longer has a platform. So, you know, this person is my Andrew Tate. Specifically because it's weaponized fucking cringe. Okay? I don't give a fuck that she's like mimicking autistic things. Like, okay, shut the fuck up. Just cancel her for the cringe. You know, that's it. This person is trying to gerbil empire herself. What? So TikTok about how saying you like a girl for her personality is ableist to people with personality disorder. It's great. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that. What a confusing time it must be for this random local weatherman named Andrew Tate. Showers and thunderstorms continue for northeastern counties of East Texas this evening. You fucking wife beater. What the fuck? They're saying cringe is autistic. LaMafayette. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they're saying.
No, please don't grout me, Mother. I won't joke about it again. One question. If I do the laundry, do I get allowance? No? Then I'm only doing laundry under one condition. I want Kraft mac and cheese for lunch with the hot dogs cut up in it. Those are nums.
Tweet threads are incredibly inaccessible to thousands of us with short attention spans, and folks should make more of an effort to consolidate their thoughts into shorter tweets so that everyone can enjoy them in their entirety. 1 out of 35. Let's Megaphonics. Okay, good job. See, that's productive. You just had a productive tweet or a productive comment in the chat that didn't revolve around your pet project of getting me to watch another fucking cringe video. That's okay. Pretty good. Keep it up. I'm proud of you. That's a Megaphonics W right there. Maybe I should ban him more. Anyway, so Mike Malak on the deplatforming combo, figured you would agree. I haven't said much, but I'll say this. Women are not your property, not your slaves, and you're not entitled to anything from them. Regardless of the profession, no one is pushing that antiquated narrative. You should be idly allowed to indoctrinate the youth. Take it from someone who spends the majority of the time around beautiful, talented women. This is not the way ever. No one wants to be demeaned, slapped around, or enslaved. And whether you support it or not, socials or privately owned platforms, they fully deserve the what the fuck, dude. Dude, my man he's out in Greece right now, okay? He's out in Greece with a friend of the show, Jeff Wittek. Friend of the show, Mike Malak, is out there with Logan Paul and Jeb Wittek, and he's just fucking spitting, okay? He's spitting so fucking hard. There's floods happening, okay? There's floods happening in mainland Greece. Do you understand? Some of the islands have flooded so fucking hard from his spittle that they are no longer islands, okay? It's just a part of the water. God damn. He literally dated a porn star, so this take makes a lot of sense. No, I know. Literally saw someone saying that respecting someone's culture was bourgeois because culture was created by corporations. I love that. Fuck, that's so good. I had one bad take in a book fandom and posted a tweet with a tiny font saying how embarrassed I was. It was mostly for me, and one of those people harassing me called me ableist and was inaccessible for blind people for the font size, as well as telling me I was playing the victim, and I literally just compared something to Taylor Swift lyrics. That's what she was so pressed about. Yeah, dude, you got to understand. A lot of people on the internet have just like serious fucking mental illness, okay? Like, I don't know why. I think there's a very real thing that we just like forget, okay? And that is extremely online people are just extremely mentally ill. And I say this as someone who's extremely online, okay? Take it from someone who knows. And you know too, you're in here all day. You know how mentally ill we all are, okay? But there's something very strange, like if a person is standing on top of a fucking soapbox outside of the subway station saying those things, you're like, oh, that's a crazy person. I should avoid that guy, okay? But, or you say, hey, that's a crazy person. I should avoid that guy. I wish society would take better care of people who desperately need it, okay? But on the internet, for some reason, when it's the same exact shit, you're like, well, you know, I have to take this as seriously as I normally would because one layer of context, one layer of nuance has been removed from the conversation, the layer that can help you better process the information that's coming your way because you don't know their background. You don't know what their life experiences look like. You don't know where the fuck they came from. You don't know how unhinged they are. Okay? You get it? That's where this stems from. That's where half the reason why Twitter threads like that pop the fuck off. Not Mike's Twitter thread. But half the reason why Twitter threads like this pop the fuck off. Because people don't go, oh yeah, that's like a person going through it right now. Let's just, you know, come on. Do your thing. Pop off, sis. Okay? I once used the term, I once used the word based on a Reddit thread, and a guy said I was using right-wing vernacular. Oh, Jesus, that's awesome. Anyway, urinals are misogynistic because they allow men to pee faster, which wakes women more late than men. I love that. That's a good one. Okay, I love that. Actually, kind of cool for the Twitter left when the guy from the Street Fight Radio went through it and everyone just kind of let it be. Yeah, exactly. Like he was having a mental breakdown, but that's also because like people know him. You know what I mean? People know him. People know him. Like they know his background. So that's a little bit different. It's not like just some random person that you encountered. The other 13, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. What is this? Tits or ass? I actually prefer personality. This is actually incredibly ableist. Some of us have personality disorders. You need to learn to appreciate my titties. Okay, that's a joke, man. That's literally a fucking joke. Come on. This is satire and funny, by the way. Comedy is the subversion of expectations, chatter. This is like a purple-haired SJW type person preferring misogyny over ableism. That's the joke. The joke itself. Oh my god, I really do be deconstructing jokes 98% of the time on this fucking broadcast. I hope it actually has like some kind of staying power. I hope it does actually genuinely change people's perspective a little bit. Which way, Western leftists? Please. If you're a communist, oh yeah, we already fucking joked about this. The Twitter discourse compels me to remind you home cooking is regressive. Name be a line. I'm not even going to do it again. I have a Central Appalachian accent and folks still think I'm a chud and I was called a crypto fash based on only my accent. So yeah, that's fun. Like motherfuckers thought I was a fucking infiltrator. Yeah. More chronically online shit. When you want to stop shopping at Shine because you heard they're slaving kids and adults, but then you remember nobody stopped buying / using cotton for us. I think that's a joke too. I don't think this is serious, dude. I think that's like literally a joke. It's just dark humor. Anyway, we should talk about door designs. Some countries that favor short people over tall people, which makes tall people have to break their back. I agree.